Thank you, gentlemen. Ms. Walker, would you call the roll, please?
Honorable Mayor Fowler, Honorable Councilman Bilbrey, Honorable Councilman Williams,
Here.
Honorable Councilwoman Hawkins,
Here.
Honorable Vice Mayor Hill.
Present. Item number 1, consider the approval of agenda as presented. I'll take a joint motion. I assume everyone has reviewed the minutes, and we've got an agenda in front of us. I'll take a joint motion if someone so chooses.
So moved. Second.
First by Mr. Williams and second by Mr. Bilbrey. Ms. Walker, I'm going to just go ahead and since I'm going to let you call the roll for these today. For
Honorable Bilbrey,
Yes.
Honorable Williams,
Yes.
Honorable Hawkins,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hill.
yes, that's motions both of approval of the agenda and the minutes are approved. Item number 3, consider approval to suspend the reading of resolutions 374-25 and ordinance 727-25. This is just to suspend those resolution, suspend the reading of the resolution and ordinance. We'll get into those here in a minute. Do I have a motion to approve the suspension of the reading?
I make the motion.
Mr. Bilbrey. Mr. Williams is second. Ms. Walker.
Honorable Bilbrey,
Yes.
Honorable Williams,
Yes.
Honorable Hawkins, Vice Mayor Hill.
Yes. Item number 3, suspension is approved. Item number 4, consider approval of resolution 374-25 to an annual budget adoption and monitoring policy. Mr. Morrison?
The state is moving toward, we follow this policy all the time, but they're wanting these policies in place to approve physical fitness with financial policies. And so this is just setting out what we already follow in a policy format. In January, we begin capital projects discussion. February and March, we continue budget preparation with budget estimates and proposed expense meetings with staff. By April, the preparation continues with finalized revenue estimates, expenses, and present to council. By June 30th, the final second reading approval with council finalizing and approving budget. July 1st through June 30th is execution with close monitoring of revenues and expenses with monthly reports reviewed by staff and council. As soon as possible at fiscal year end, the audit firm comes to City Hall to conduct field work. That usually begins pretty quick in July, August, and September. And then end of year, the audit firm would present to council, which they are wrapping up and getting ready to do that now. So this just sets those policies that we already abide by into written format, and we will send this to the state to continue to prove that we're fiscally well managed and fiscally fit.
I think we do annually since I've been on here, so it's just codifying what is best practices.
That's correct.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve? Oh, thank you, Mr. Williams. Do I have a second? It's a motion for a second. Ms. Walker?
Honorable Bilbrey, Honorable Williams,
Yes.
Honorable Hawkins,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hill.
Yes. Motion passes. That was item number 4. Item number 5, the floor will now be open for public comment on ordinance 727-25. This is a consider approval of the second and final reading of ordinance 727-25 to allow duplexes in two family residential structures as a conditional use in the R1 low density district and as a permitted use in R2 medium density district, and to establish supplementary regulations. Just to recap, this was considered at the last meeting and moved forward to the second meeting. I'll open the floor now for anyone to have any comment from the public. Yes, sir. Please come forward and state your name and... Thank you, Mr. Herron. Anyone else? Here, no one else. I'll close that section of the meeting for public comment and turn it back over to the council for comments and questions. I'll start. I'll echo what Mr. Herron said. Same thing I said at the last meeting. I am personally concerned about just both R2 and R1 and how this came to be and why this is coming up now. And I recognize this went through the planning committee and is coming to us with a favorable recommendation from the planning committee. I want to be somewhat deferential to that. But I personally raised questions at the last meeting. I don't have those questions answered. I would like to understand this issue better as to I agree with Mr. Herring that why are we changing? That's my fundamental threshold question is why the change? Why now? What's driving this issue? Are we getting questions, commentary from citizens saying, "Hey, I can't redevelop my property"? I don't have those answers, and on the back end of last meeting, we've had some commentary about other opportunities. Are we considering other ideas, concepts that wouldn't be this wholesale change of R1, R2 across the board and just tied to a square footage requirement of those parcels? Mr. Rader at last meeting brought up some idea to give opportunities to those families, so those owners of those parcels that want to redevelop. That was an interesting concept, and I don't know if we've explored that sufficiently. So my recommendation is that we return this back to planning and have more of a table this for now, turn this back over to planning and have a little bit more robust conversation to take into consideration other alternatives and is this the pendulum feels like it's swinging back from what Mr. Herron referred to years ago when we made a significant change. Is this pendulum swinging? Is this concept feels like the pendulum swinging back a little too far? So that's my comments. I'll turn it over to anyone else on the council for any of their comments.
On the planning committee, at one time, it sort of gave it rough on us for everybody to come up with okay, and then the councilman turn it down. If I'm like you, I think there's other things that's been invented since then. If we table it, go back, let Mr. Lee educate us a little more, and maybe have here there to sort of we'd have more opportunities. Back then it was just yes and no practically, and I think there's enough new stuff here that we could work with. He did touch on something also. When you get a building permit or something, is there a limit on when it doesn't take place? I mean, if I tell you it's going to be such and such, is it a 6 months that you've got to start it, or is there anything like that? So you have to keep renewing it and everything.
Is there an end to it? Is there an end to it? I think it's 2 years or 2.5 or something like that.
Right, say that, we zoned it for a certain thing. And after it gets zoned in that, it can be changed to anything. Right? If you're going to some of those other ones, am I not right? What I'm getting, yeah. So let's just say they came into business and they want to change it to, they're going to put they asked for a zoning, they gave what they're going to get. They gave us, it's going to be the business, the office space. And 6 months, a year later, they put apartments or something like that. So there is a thing on that. Okay, I was told after we zoned it the right thing that it could be, so that's not true.
Well, once you've zoned it to something, anybody can put in that zone whatever's allowed in that zone. But you can't change it and restrict it to something else after they've been approved for it. So, and people don't have to build somebody comes to the council and says, I want to put this particular item in this area, will you please rezone it to this zone? They then don't have to actually build what they came and told you they were going to build. That's what you're talking about. They do not have to do that. They can only build something that is generally compliant with commercial. But they don't have to build an office space. They can build a auto repair shop or some other.
Spaces in there.
That's right.
I'm wasting people's time. That's good. Thank you.
But you know, we had a house full the other time. Every one of them, just about every one of them was against that.
Ready for a
Thank you.
motion?
I'm sorry.
I'm ready for a motion.
If you want to make one,
Is everybody more questions? I make a motion that we send it back to planning and that we work on an agreement that they can agree with also. I don't want to waste their time and everything. Let's see if we can't find something in the middle. Does that make enough sense?
Yeah, I'll just restate the motion. Motion is to table the matter for the time being and ask Mr. Morrison to assist with setting up meetings with planning committee to discuss what other options are available, taking into consideration some of the things Mr. Rader said. Is that a fair restatement of your motion?
Yes.
Thank you. So motion to table. Do I have a second? I'll go ahead and second that one. So there's motion and a second. Any other discussion on this issue? Ms. Walker, please call the roll.
Honorable Bilbrey,
Yes.
Honorable Williams,
Yes.
Honorable Hawkins,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hill.
Yes. Thank you very much. Motion is tabled. That's all that's on my list. Mr. Morrison, or you want to turn it over to your report and the department heads?
January 19th, we will be closed for Martin Luther King Day. Residential trash services will not be affected. They will run on normal schedule that week. Department heads, do you have anything?
Fantastic. Great outcome. Thank you, Mr. Bradshaw. Anything else, Mr. Morrison?
My turn.
Uh-oh.
I want to thank everybody that got the White House. We destroyed the west wing of our White House. So I want to thank everybody that had something to do with it.
Absolutely.
Especially
Yeah, I'll second that motion from Mr. Williams, Mr. Rader. Fantastic job. I know that was a lot of work tracking people down. We appreciate your services to the city and getting that all handled, and Mr. Morrison as well. With it was just tracking, and it took a while. So we appreciate your all's efforts and getting that across the finish line. If you have anything that they want to come forward, please do so. State your name, and the microphone is yours. Mr. Taylor. You did. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Anyone else? Going once, going twice. That would be the meeting. Next meeting, Mr. Morrison, please give us a date. Is it? Oh, excuse me. It says it right here. I'm sorry. February 10th is the next month's meeting. I'm sorry I missed that. We will see you next month and go from there. Anything else? I'll take a motion to adjourn. If not,
second.
that's a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you all. See you all next month.